Denver 7 Now is sponsored by Ferguson and BAC Appliance Center, the best in bath, kitchen, and lighting for your home.
I'm Ann Trujillo with the latest from Denver 7. Wildlife officers are putting out an alert. People are getting too close to wildlife, and this video of an elk attack in Estes Park proves it. Denver 7's Ivan Rodriguez traveled to Estes Park to talk to the man who prevented that attack from getting worse.
From this mark in the grass made by a charging bull to that small boulder where a woman was attacked, people I spoke with say it all happened in a matter of seconds. For many, Estes Park is an escape. From breathtaking sceneries to its abundant wildlife.
They're just magnificent animals.
Roma Griffin and dozens of others couldn't help but stop and admire the herd of elk.
I'm cautious, but I'm not scared or...
A similar situation happened yesterday when several people got too close to a bull near the visitor center.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
One city employee saw it all unfold and decided to step in.
I wasn't feeling nothing at the time. It was so quick. I just knew I had to get the truck in between that bull and those people. Right about here, and then he hit me as soon as I got here. And then I backed up a little bit because he came at the window and I didn't want his antler coming into the window. So I backed up a little bit and then he kind of false hit again. And then he was backing up more, so I was able to swing back in. It sounded like wood on metal. He just hit so hard. And then the truck rocked. I leaned over, and then when he backed off, I leaned back in. And, you know, I was just staring in his eyes thinking, he's pretty mad.
He's headed back!
He's coming back!
Brian says there were a total of 3 bulls in the area. When it looked like he managed to get one to run away, he charged toward him again.
And as I came back, this bull bugled again. So he came darting right back through. And the other smaller bull took off running, and he turned around and just took off. I think I was just at the right place at the right time. It's kind of cliche, but man, I knew I could do something, so I did it.
Because of his actions, nobody was injured. Colorado Parks and Wildlife says this all could have been prevented, and the crowd provoked the response. They say because of Elk Fest happening this weekend, they want everyone to maintain a safe distance from elk. In Estes Park, Ivan Rodriguez, Denver 7.
Kids in one Colorado school were giving each other permission to say a word that no one has permission to use. This picture shows the N-word pass taken from a student at Rocky Top Middle School in Adams County. Well, the principal sent out a letter Friday saying passes like this are not okay, and they will do everything to investigate every instance of bullying or racism on school grounds. Police in southern Colorado are trying to figure out how a first grader managed to bring a loaded gun to class earlier this week. According to our partners at the Colorado Springs Gazette, the gun was confiscated from a first grader's backpack at Falcon Elementary School earlier this week. That student reportedly told teachers he never planned to or wanted to hurt anyone. An investigation is going on right now. A juvenile is behind bars accused of being involved in a shooting that injured a father and son and caused a shelter-in-place order in Conifer late Thursday night. The Jeffco Sheriff's Office tells Denver 7 both the father and son suffered gunshot wounds and are expected to be okay. 2 other suspects are still wanted. If you know anything about this case, please contact the Jeffco Sheriff's Office. One Colorado renter didn't realize he'd be getting a pack of roommates when he decided to move into a new townhome. And tonight, he outlined his critter conundrum and called out the property managers who aren't fixing the problem.
It is the largest rental neighborhood in the state of Colorado.
But Tava waters are getting rough, according to this townhome renter.
It's just this little chatter like...
This is what Thomas Rosenbaum is hearing, and this is what it's coming from.
I've had raccoons living in the crawl space and attic since probably February, March.
But it's not just the sight or the sound that's the problem.
The main concern, honestly, for me is the smell.
Of urine and feces. For months, he called management.
Finally, they have put a trap outside of the nest.
Now he waits as he talks with neighbors.
Over a dozen. And I mean, obviously, I'm the only one who has raccoons in the roof, but most of them are having flooding, and if you went around the neighborhood, you'd see the sandbags.
It starts pouring right into our house.
Neighbor Alex Forthman says his townhouse is basically built to flood.
There's a huge ditch right there, and it all floods right in fills up in here.
We brought the renters' concerns to management via email and a call to their corporate office, but heard nothing back. As Thomas contemplates giving up his place to his raccoon roommates.
If they can't get these things out in 60 days, I'll move out during my Thanksgiving Christmas break by the end of 2019.
And we will keep asking questions and working to get results for Thomas and his neighbors. Now, in the meantime, let us know if we can do anything to work for you. Call or text us with your issues. You can also email contact7@thedenverchannel.com. And now from the First Alert Weather Center, here's a look at your forecast. Saturday, mild and breezy with a high of 79. And then Sunday, a little bit of a warm up with a high of 84 and plenty of sunshine. This has been your Denver 7 On Demand update. Thanks for joining us. Check back here later tonight for another update and download the Denver 7 app for breaking news and alerts. I'm Ann Trujillo.